Hello everybody and welcome to Hearts of Iron 4, where there's a new mod that recently came out called Collapsing World Rise of Radicalism, and it's a very interesting mod which is a premise in which nobody really won World War One, and World War One was kind of a stalemate that caused the collapse of pretty much every nation due to the fact that it was a lot more deadlier in this particular timeline, in this alt history. And right now it's still in its beta, so there's still quite a lot of development that still needs to be done, but from what I've seen here, it's actually going pretty well. So there are some countries that we can play as that have more complete content than others. So of course we have the Russian SFSR led by Vladimir Lenin, and they are of course Bolshevik, and they have certain kinds of buffs, like the semi-policy of war communism, unfinished electrification, and Kronstadt rebellion's legacy. And we can end the Civil War, get Stalin in power, or get Bogdanov in power. And the October Revolution stands partially triumphant over the white regime. However, the Civil War, which plagued the country for a few years, ended in a stalemate, and Soviet Russia is still at threat of dissolution from the whites, anarchists, and other anti-communists. They must be defeated in the name of the bright future of our people. Next, we have the Spartacist Germany, led by Rosa Luxemburg, and they are, of course, also communist. And the Spartacist Revolution in Germany didn't really work as planned, and the Spartacist men failed to establish full control for Germany, but the crisis in the country found itself allowed to be settled in the East. Now, it still remains to be seen whether Rosa's Spartacists can reunify Germany, whether there will be a new chairman. So, of course, they're also communists. They have post-revolutionary poverty, home of the German Revolution, and disorganized socialist militias. They have Rise Germany, Ein Volk, ein Republik, ein Führer. And it says over here that you can get Joachim von Ribbentrop in power. In history, in real history, Ribbentrop was the guy that was Mr. Mustache Man's kind of diplomat. He made the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact with Stalin's diplomat Molotov to divide Poland between them. And then you have blackmail Ribbentrop as one of the other ones. So then we have the French state, which looks like they are probably fascist. The French nation is in disarray since the failure to break the German hegemony during the Great War. France suffered deep instability, but not as much as Germany. Francois Cody made a coup and is now the leader of a tired France who needs to focus on itself instead of caring about European politics. With the old government fleeing to North African colonies, the French state is free to push its new policies aiming to restore France to its former glory. I don't even know who this guy is, Francois Cody. I've never heard of him, actually. Broken nation, destroyed economy, but then we have all eyes on Cody. Viva Cody, French autarky, condemn the traitors. Next we have the Wehrkommando Dusseldorf. So the remnants of the Imperial Germans. Brief history: the old order of the German Kaiserate collapsed. The failure of the German army to break the French lines resulted in a total crisis which ended in the collapse of Germany as we know it. The old generals and leaders of the old order are now located in Dusseldorf, planning how to reunite Germany under the rule of the Kaiser. Yet there also have some members in their ranks who promote more insane ideas. Someone will inevitably come out on top of the power struggle and change Germany forever. Mackensen Regency, and we have the collapse of the Weltkrieg and Die Staffel. So we have the old Kaiser, where we can get Kaiser in charge again. Of course, we're led by Mackensen right now. Beaten but not defeated. And then we have Mr. H assumes control. And he's very radical, as you can tell. So, this is the map of the mod. And I wonder if there's any other countries that weren't featured on there that actually have content. That's what I'm trying to do. So we have, of course, to start over here, Kingdom of Canada, and they're led by emergency parliaments. And then we have the United States of America, led by John D. Rockefeller, and they're despot. Of course, we have Mexico, and I don't think these guys have content down here. Yeah, we have a bunch of people down here that don't have content. Yeah, we're not going to probably explore South America because I don't think anybody has content over here. Yeah. Let's go to Europe. So we have Portugal. They don't look like they have any content. Spain doesn't have any content. Of course, we've already explored France. We have the British Empire, led by a guy called JFC Fuller, and they are nationalist. And then over here we have, of course, Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg. And in Germany, of course, it's divided. You can see the remnants of the Kaiserreich are still over here. We have some free German syndicates who are kind of broken off from the Spartacists. We have German Republic, which are kind of like the Weimar Republic. I wonder if they have content. We have Bavarian Soviet Republic, and then we have the Freikorps. Freikorps would be interesting to play this. I don't think they have content there. And in Italy's also divided. We have Mussolini, who is Bolshevik for some reason. In Venice, and then we have the Tuscan Legion, led by Italo Balbo. Then we have Republican Italy, and then the Cilician Mafia. Then we have Kingdom of Yugoslavia, of course, and then just like the regular Balkan states, and then the Turkish Republic with Ataturk in charge, of course. And then apparently Hungary's gone communist this timeline because you have Belarusian. And we have over here the Polish-Belarusian military district led by the man himself, Tukhachevsky, Red Napoleon. And apparently this timeline against the Soviet-Polish War ended in a Soviet victory. But the Russian Civil War never ended. And then we have the Volunteer Army, Western Volunteer Army, led by Pavel Bermont-Avalov, who is kind of a pro-German Russian general. We have Karelian military district, which belongs to Russia. We have Finland, Norway, and then over here we have kind of the remnants of the Russian Civil War. We have the army of the south led by Denikin. I don't think they have content. We have Orenburg Cossacks, Alash Orda. We have Russian state led by Kolchak, and then the Siberian republics. And we have the Yegorov leading the Kyrgyz Socialist Republic. And as for China, of course, it's broken. We have Zongren over in the south, Anhui Clique, Zhili Clique, Manchukuo. I don't think these guys have been overhauled yet, though. But let's just jump in as just check out some focus. Oh, we do have the Third French Empire, led by Napoleon V in Africa for some reason. Apparently, they decided to restore the empire. We have Dutch Ost Africa, led by Letzo Warbeck. I didn't even notice that. Let's jump in. I actually want to see if British does any content for a second. We can kind of just use the console to switch around a little bit. Defenestering the developer team. Okay, so British do have content. We have Fuller's New Britain. They didn't talk about the lore of Britain, so I kind of am interested in why Fuller is the last short time ago, the Great War, hero and wise military general JFC Fuller has seized control of the Isles. But this did not go as planned, as the royal family didn't submit to Fuller's rule and had to go into exile in Canada. And meanwhile, a resistance movement has formed to combat Fuller's regime called His Majesty's Royal Residence. They do terror attacks all across the country, and we're seeing massive resistance in our colonies. Most of our dominions across the world have declared independence. So the British Empire basically fell as a result of World War I, which in this timeline was a lot deadlier, I guess. They're ultra-militocracy. It's a very ultra-militarist. And we do only control, as Britain, we do only, okay, there's no factions in the game yet. And it's only 1922, that's probably why Lenin's still alive. Yeah, we did lose a lot of land as British, because the British Raj, the Kingdom of Canada, well, they have no connection, actually. I think everybody declared independence from us, so we are just the remnants of the British Empire under Fuller. We have revanchist dictatorship, colonial unrest, economic turmoil, His Majesty's Royal Residence, and then legacy of the Great War. Now let's just tag the other countries, check out their focuses. We have the French state over here.
Attention.
Now, do they have generals in the game yet? They only have like a couple. So I think, like I said, the mod still does have to be worked on. So, France does have a more complete focus tree, though they do still probably have to work on some of this. The Coty presidency. And then we basically go down and purge people that we don't like, and then, stabilize, and then we go and conquer everybody. So that's pretty much the French focus tree. Spoiler warning. Tag RD. This guy has content, I believe. Let's see. 10 divisions. And we do start off with a couple of generals. We have Erich Ludendorff and von Hindenburg that is accurate in this timeline, since they would have been still alive. I like that. We only have a couple generals, though. I think they still need to, like I said, they're still developing, so we have, very big focus tree for Germany. Catastrophe at the Weltkrieg, and then we kind of just stabilize stuff, and then now we get the choice. We can end the regency and get Wilhelm III, Wilhelm II, or Wilhelm this. Kaiser Wilhelm II or Wilhelm III. Yeah, I got that right. Mackinson's retirement. And we can actually get Mr. Ludendorff in charge of our country, or Hindenburg, which aren't actually options for most mods, so that's actually very cool. Although I don't know why that Hindenburg would plot against Ludendorff, because historically they were actually very close. Or we can get, of course, Mr. HH himself, and we can get the SS in charge, and we get a purple Germany. That's very radical. And then, of course, we have road to unification, and then we get to declare war on everybody else. Okay, cool. So, let's see. Does Freikorps have any tag? Well, actually, no. We can just look over here. These guys don't have any. Trainer soldiers is the only thing. These guys don't have anything. German Syndicate. German Republic don't have anything. UVS. Spartacist Bund. They only start off with 6 units. And we do have a couple of generals. We have some communists, famous communists, and for some reason Goering is among this group. I don't have no idea why that would happen. Oh, they have a big face tree though. The Spartacists. We have Rise Germany, and then we can choose our leaders. We can Democratic Socialist, PVD, and then get the female leader, and then we can get, I think this is Thaumann, of course, and then of course we can get the Ribbentrop, who becomes a red Bismarck for some reason. Okay then. Now let's see. Tag PBD. Do these guys have content? They have a couple units. They don't have any focuses though. Okay, they do have Mr. Tukhachevsky, who's a very insane general. Tag Sov. The Soviets should have quite a bit of content. They have some exile conditions though. Now we do start off with a bunch of faceless generals, and we do have Mr. Brusilov, who is the famous general from the First World War, who led the Brusilov offensive against Austria-Hungary and Germany that pretty much almost destroyed the Eastern Front for them, if the Russians hadn't lost so many men in the process that ultimately would also start the Russian Revolution. But Brusilov ended up deserting the Imperial army and joining the other side, and becoming one of their generals in the Russian Civil War before dying shortly after. Soviets do have to end the Civil War, and then we can actually do Fate of the Royal Family, and then we keep going down the focus. Nice. And I don't believe anybody else has any content. None of these guys have anything. Yeah, I knew it. So who else can we check out? We've checked out pretty much most of them. Don't think any of these guys have anything either. Mussolini does not have anything. But the US. Tag USA. Mr. Rockefeller. Oh, they do have a focus tree. We have Rockefeller's America, ban all socialist parties, and then the Capitalist Dream. And yeah, the Mr. Businessman has taken over the country.
Ready.
So some divisions. No generals for America though. Huh. Anyway, that's kind of the overview of what this mod has in store. Excited to see what comes out with more. See you all soon.